Hi viewers, welcome to this session. Today I am going to discuss about holding period return, how to calculate the holding period return. As we already know how to calculate the dividend yield and the capital gain, after finding out the dividend yield and capital gain, we know how to calculate the total expected return. These are all things which we learned in the last class. When the dividend and the present price and the previous market price per share is given, then we need to calculate the dividend yield, capital gain and total expected return. But whereas in the case of giving returns for the shares of the particular company for the more than 1 year, in this scenario we are supposed to calculate the holding period return instead of dividend yield and capital gain. For this reason, there is a one more formula which we need to learn. The formula for the holding period return is 1 plus R1 into 1 plus R2 into 1 plus R3 into 1 plus RT minus 1. This is the formula which is given for calculation of holding period return. What we need to do is we have to understand the notations of this formula. Here the R1, R2 and R3 and RT is representing returns for the different years. Here R1 is nothing but return for the first year, return for the second year and return for the third year. Like that R1, R2, R3. And what is meant by RT? RT is nothing but return for the time. Time is nothing but is it 5 years or 10 years. That is last year return is indicated with the RT and finally minus 1. This is the formula. This formula is used for calculation of holding period return. Now the problem is given for us. We need to calculate the holding period return based upon the given information. We will see the problem. The problem is a stock has had a returns of 14.38%, 18.38, 8.43%, 11.97%, 25.83% and minus 9.17%. These are the different returns for the stock is given for 5 years, over the past 5 years respectively. And then what was the holding period return of the stock which we need to calculate? When we look into the returns for that particular stock, for the first 4 years, the returns in the positive manner and at the end of the last year, the return is minus 9.17%. So now we have to frame the holding period return formula based upon the given information. The holding period return is equals to holding period return HPR I am writing in a short form, that is nothing but holding period return is equals to 1 plus R1 bracket of into bracket of 1 plus R2 into 1 plus R3 into 1 plus R4 into 1 plus R5. Why it is R5? Instead of RT, we are taking it as R5 because 5 years, that is the 5th year is the last year. So T is considered as a 5th year. Minus 1. This is the formula which we are going to use to calculate the holding period return for the given information. Now what we need to do is we have to input the values into this formula. Holding period return is equals to 1 plus 0.1438. Dear students, try to understand here 14.38% is given. When the percentage is converted into points, this 14.38% is going to be converted into points, that becomes 0.1438. If at all if you want to see, you can see in the calculator also. Let's see the calculator. That is 14.38%. Now what we need to do is 14.38 0.38 divided by 100, then we will get 0.1438. Like that, we are getting the 0.1438 multiplied with 1 plus R2. R2 second year percent is 8.43. 8.43 means 8.43% means 8.43 divided by 100. Then we will get the 0.0843 into 1 plus 0.1197 into 1 plus 0.2583 into 1 minus 1 plus bracket of minus value, so minus 0.0917. This 9.17%, when you divide it with 100, 9.17, you will get the 0.0917. It is a minus value, so the minus value will be kept in the bracket. And finally, the minus 1 is there in the formula, that we have to write at the end minus 1. Now, holding period return is equals to 1.1438 multiplied with 1.0843. What we are doing? We are just adding the 1 plus 0.1438. Like that, each and every bracket value is adding and writing it in another sentence, in another step, into 1.1197 into 1.2583 into, now what we need to do is we have to add as per 1 plus minus 0.0917. One value is minus value, another value is plus values. Then we have to deduct the minus value from the plus value. Now we have to take the help of the calculator. Then we will go to the calculator. In the calculator, what we have to do is we have to calculate where it is. Here it is calculator. Calculator 1 minus 0.0917, then we will get the 0.9083. 0.9083 is going to be taken into the value. Then we have to write after deducting minus 0.0917, we will get the 0.9083, that we have to write over here for the fifth year. 0.9083 minus 1. Now what we need to do is we have to multiply all the returns for the 5 years, and afterwards we have to deduct the 1 from the value. For multiplication of the returns, we need to take the help of calculator. Then we will see the calculator where it is here. 1.1438 multiplied with 1.0843 multiplication 1.1197 multiplied with 1.2583 multiplied with 0.9083 then we will get the 1.5871. 1.5871. Now we will write the value 1.5871. 1.587 1.5871 minus 1, that is equals to 0.5871. we will get the value. So this is to be converted into percentage. Holding period return is equals to 0.5871 multiplied with 100, then we will get the 58.71%. Like this we have to calculate the holding period return. So here the returns is given for the more than 1 year. Even if it is given negative returns also, we can include it into the formula, interpret the values into the formula, then we can calculate holding period return. This is the procedure which we will have to follow the calculation of holding period return. Thank you for watching this video.